That morning, New York City was as bustling as ever. Cars lined the streets, people crowded the busy roads, and the honking horns and footsteps echoed like an unending melody. Each person was absorbed in their own fast-paced life, busy with plans and thoughts. But amidst the crowd, a sharp, unexpected sound rang out, causing people nearby to pause and look around. It was the desperate cry of a little girl, cutting through the noise and capturing the attention of passersby. Most people glanced briefly before continuing on, but there she was, a little girl with disheveled hair and a tear-streaked face, clutching herself tightly as if trying to shield herself from something terrifying. While most people walked by, one man stopped. His name was Tom, a wealthy businessman in a sharp suit. Tom was usually not easily moved, his life tied to work and endless meetings, but the sound of that cry made him pause. He couldn't turn away like everyone else. Something inside urged him to do something to help this child. And no one could have guessed that this chance encounter would forever change both Tom's and the little girl's lives. Tom gently approached the little girl, crouching down so that his eyes could meet hers. "Hey, little one. Are you all right? What happened?" His voice was warm and sincere, trying to soothe the fear that gripped the child's heart. She looked up at him, her eyes brimming with tears but unable to speak. She held herself even tighter, as if trying to protect herself from something unimaginable. Seeing the fear and despair in her eyes, Tom knew he couldn't leave her alone. "Don't be scared. I'm here to help you," he said softly. His gentle words seemed to awaken a faint sense of trust in the little girl. Slowly, she relaxed her shoulders and let her small hand rest in his. That small touch in that fleeting moment created a deep connection between them. Tom led her to a small cafe nearby. In the warm, quiet atmosphere of the cafe, he ordered her a hot chocolate. The girl sat quietly, her tense expression gradually softening. With each sip, she seemed to shed some of the fear that had held her captive. Tom sat next to her, patiently waiting, not rushing, just letting her speak when she was ready. After a while, the girl began to share her story. Her name was Sophia, and she came from an orphanage. She had run away because she couldn't take it anymore. "I'm always left behind," she sighed, sadness clouding her eyes. "Other kids always get adopted, but not me." Her words were full of pain and hurt, and Tom's heart ached for her. Clara, Tom's friend who was with him, listened attentively. "Sophia, would you like to tell us why you had to run away?" Clara asked gently but sincerely. Sophia paused, her eyes showing a flicker of fear. She hesitated for a moment, then whispered, "I saw the other kids. They disappeared. At night, strangers would come, and then they'd never come back. They said they were adopted, but I know that's not true." Sophia's story worried Tom and Clara deeply. Her words suggested that the orphanage might be involved in something terrible. They exchanged a look, sensing they couldn't leave Sophia alone. They had to find a way to protect her and bring the truth to light. After reassuring Sophia and helping her relax, Tom decided to call an old friend, Mr. Valdez, a lawyer experienced in handling complex cases. When he heard Tom's story, Mr. Valdez was sympathetic and understood the gravity of the situation. He offered to help investigate the orphanage and ensure Sophia's safety. In the meantime, Tom and Clara did their best to make Sophia feel safe and welcomed in their lives. Over the next few days, Sophia stayed with Tom and Clara, gradually growing comfortable and close to them. She felt the warmth and kindness she had never experienced before. Clara made every effort to help Sophia rediscover joy in small things, like cooking together, reading stories, or simply sitting and chatting. Tom spent time with her too, sometimes taking her to the park so she could enjoy the freedom and open space. Meanwhile, Mr. Valdez began investigating the orphanage. The truth was well hidden, but with his experience, he didn't give up. Following small leads, he uncovered strange activities at the orphanage, and eventually confirmed that it was indeed part of a trafficking network. As the truth unfolded, Tom and Clara couldn't help but feel concerned for Sophia. They avoided telling her too much about the investigation, fearing it would make her more anxious. They wanted her to enjoy her time with them without worry. But Sophia sensed their anxiety, seeing it in their eyes. Finally, after many efforts, Mr. Valdez and the police managed to expose and dismantle the trafficking network behind the orphanage. Those responsible were arrested, and the orphanage was shut down completely. When Tom and Clara learned of the news, they felt relief, but also a profound sense of responsibility. They couldn't let Sophia return to a life of loneliness and pain. Tom and Clara discussed it and decided to adopt Sophia. This wasn't just about helping a child, but about creating a meaningful, loving family. When they told Sophia of their plan, she was overwhelmed with happiness. She had once believed that no one wanted her, but now, standing before her were two people ready to love and care for her as their own family. Their lives began a new chapter from that moment. Tom and Clara were devoted to caring for Sophia, helping her grow and feel truly part of their family. They shared joyful moments together, family meals, fun outings, and even quiet times filled with love. Sophia began to rediscover her smile, and her eyes now sparkled with hope and happiness. Life often brings unexpected encounters, but sometimes those encounters can change everything. For Tom, his decision to stop and comfort a crying stranger opened a door to a journey he never anticipated. His story with Sophia isn't just about rescue. It's a journey to rediscover faith, love, and hope in life. Sophia, once a lonely child, now has a family. Her wounds have begun to heal, and in Tom and Clara's embrace, she found her true home. For Tom and Clara, they didn't just save a child. They realized that true happiness lies in loving and sharing with those around us. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe and follow Life Stories 365. We hope each story inspires you to see that no matter the challenges in life, kindness and compassion will always light the way. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any videos, and share this story with friends and family so we can spread love and kindness in the world together.